Kia ora year 12 and 13. This video is going to review some simple linear and rational equation solving. If you are in my class this year, this is using the equations worksheet from Mr. Vaughan, and I'm going to go through questions 1, 3 and 5 in exercise A. So if you're watching this and you're not from Col, that's fine. I'm going to put the equations up and you can just do them as we go. Okay, so the first one is kind of a warm-up, and this is it here. All we have to do here is to expand everything out, collect up like terms, and then solve. So this is really a year 9 problem, but this is what some of the harder equations turn into. So it's good to start with this one. So expanding, we get this. And my next step is to collect up the like terms. So I'll clean up the left hand side first. I get 11x minus 32 equals 2x minus 16. Tidying that up, we get 9x is equal to 16. So notice what I'm doing here is I'm adding 32 to both sides of the equation. So my answer is simply x is equal to 16 over 9. Right, and it's fine to leave it like that in this context. Okay, now let's try a couple that are fractions. So this is question 3 off the worksheet, exercise A of the worksheet if you're following along. So this was the equation. Now, just be careful, as soon as you see that minus sign, you need to be thinking about popping in brackets so that we don't make simple errors. So we're going to put brackets in around that now. So what we need to do here is we have to clear out the fraction. Now we can do that in a couple of goes, or we can just look at all three denominators and ask what's the lowest common multiple of 5, 3 and 2. Okay, so we've got 5, 3 and 2, but we want to get everything over the same denominator. So the LCM of those three numbers is going to be 30. So the first thing we're going to do is rewrite the three fractions so that they all have the same denominator, and it's going to be 30. So to do that, we multiply the top and bottom of this one by 6, which will give me, instead of 2x plus 3, it now gives me 12 times x plus 3. The second fraction, well, we've multiplied 3 by 10 to get to 30, so we have to do the same thing in the numerator. So we get this. And finally, 2 times what gives me 32 times 15, so it's going to be 15 times 3x minus 8. So now that everything's divided by 30, we can multiply both sides of that equation times 30, and we're left with something that looks a lot like question 1. So we get 12 times x plus 3 minus 10 times x plus 7 equals 15 times 3x minus 8. So notice that putting in those invisible brackets, making them visible at the outset, makes us less likely to make silly algebraic mistakes. Now we just expand the brackets, collect up like terms and solve. So 12x plus 36 minus 10x minus 70 equals 45x minus 120. So on this side we have 2x minus 34 equals this, and that leaves me with, well, let's see, I'm going to add 120 to both sides, so I'll get 86 equals 43x, so that's subtracting 2x from both sides. So my solution is a very clean x equals 2. Right, one more, and that'll be it for this video. Okay, so question 5 from exercise A looks like this. Right, the first thing to do here is to pop in the brackets there. Again, I'm going to look for the lowest common multiple of 2, 5 and 4. So the LCM will be 20. Get all of those fractions over 20. So let's put brackets in right at the start. What do I do to 2 to get to 20? Well, I multiply by 10. So I have to do the same thing to the numerator and the denominator to keep my fractions equivalent. So we have this. What happened to the 5? To get to 20, we times it by 4. So we do that to the numerator as well. 4 what's a 20? 4 5's a 20. So on this side we have this. Now we'll multiply both sides by 20, so the fraction's gone. Okay, if you're not clear on that step, you'd better ask me in class or look for a simpler video or send me an email. Expanding out, we now get 20x minus 30 minus 4 plus 8x is equal to 5x plus 5. Collecting up like terms, 28x minus 34 equals 5x plus 5, which gives me 23x equals 39. So x is equal to 39 over 23. Alright, that's all for now. I'm going to do 3 harder ones in another video later on today. Thanks for watching.